Welcome to the deep dive. We've had requests to really get into the layers of deception in Luscious Craving. You know, the novel set in Las Vegas.
That's right, all that neon. But there's definitely more going on beneath the surface.
Absolutely. So today we're looking past the casinos, past the shows, and digging into these, well, surprising connections. We're talking high-stakes cons, ancient vampire stuff, and the personal fight of the main character, Candace Steele.
And our sources here are the excerpts from the novel itself, so we're getting it straight from the text, really getting inside that world.
Exactly. Our mission, if you will, is to unpack how it all links together. The cons, the vampires, Candace's own struggles, and see what truths pop up when you look closer.
It's a world that feels familiar at first glance, but it hides these extraordinary secrets. And right in the middle is Candace.
Yeah, Candace Steele. On paper, she's a cocktail waitress at the Scheherazade Casino.
Which sounds incredible, right? The book describes it like something out of Tales from the 1001 Arabian Nights.
Totally. But that job dealing with, what does it say? Instruments of torture masquerading as high-heeled shoes. It's just a cover.
A really good cover for her. Her real passion, her calling.
Which is pretty intense. She hunts vampires.
Not just any vampires, though. High-ranking ones. The kind that feed on, well, live human blood.
And this isn't just random vigilantism, is it? The novel makes it clear it stems from something personal, something traumatic involving a powerful vampire, Ash.
Exactly. It's all tied back to him. That encounter sort of activated something in her.
Gave her unique ability, even. This sixth sense for danger.
Yeah, she can literally feel them. It's described as a cold sensation. Sometimes it's mild, like a little chill. But with more powerful vampires, it's this intense, almost gnawing cold. It's like her own personal vampire radar.
Wow. Tied directly to that past trauma. But she's not completely on her own, right? She has some backup.
She does. She's built a small, crucial network. First, there's Al Manelli.
The casino's head of security.
Right. And he knows about the vampires. He actually relies on Candace, calls her Nerves.
Short for Nerves of Steel, which fits perfectly.
Yeah.
But it's sort of a don't ask, don't tell situation.
Pretty much. A professional trust built on unspoken dangers. Then there's Bibi Schwartz.
Her best friend.
Yeah, her confidant. Bibi's a dancer. And she knows everything. The whole vampire hunting deal. She's that vital emotional support.
Essential, I'd imagine. And the last one's maybe the most interesting. Blanchard Gray.
Blanchard. He's a vampire himself.
Working at the medical examiner's office. That's convenient.
Incredibly. He's Candace's inside source, her eyes and ears in the vampire underground. It's a risky relationship, obviously.
Definitely playing with fire there. Okay, so that's Candace's world. Now let's get into this con game that sets everything off.
Right, the catalyst. It's this big charity poker tournament, the No Limits Foundation event.
High profile. Senator Cabot Hamlin is playing.
Exactly. And this tournament becomes the stage for this huge, elaborate deception.
And Candace gets the first hint about it from a vampire she touches.
Yeah, mid-level guy, Dino, part of this group called the Bat Pack. He mentions a big con.
But that immediately seems weird to Candace, right? Because vampires don't usually like the spotlight.
Precisely her thought. They operate in shadows, typically. A big public spectacle like this, it doesn't fit their usual MO. It's the first red flag.
Okay, so she's suspicious. And then this guy, Michael Pressman, shows up.
The handsome poker player. And there's this instant connection between him and Candace. Sparks fly.
But surprise, surprise, he's not just some charming gambler.
Not at all. Turns out his real name is Michael Irons. He's ex-Microsoft, actually.
Whoa, okay. Tech background. And he's working with a friend, Josh Doyle.
Yep. His software developer buddy. They're the architects of the human side of the con.
And it's pretty high-tech, isn't it? Michael's got this lucky chip and sunglasses for the poker game.
Right. Tools to help him cheat, basically. But it goes beyond poker.
The slot machines, too.
Oh, yeah. They're reprogramming them using these Magic Carpet Club cards, essentially planting a computer virus to force payouts.
Classic Vegas scam, just with a modern tech twist. But then there's the vampire layer.
And this is where it gets really insidious. The Bat Pack, Dino's crew, they're influencing the table games. Craps, blackjack.
Oh.
Through something called vampire rapport. It's like this subtle mind influence, making people feel lucky, making them think they're winning big. It's happening on an epic scale.
So it's not just rigged machines, it's psychological manipulation amplified by vampires. That's terrifying. It makes you question everything happening.
Exactly. Is it luck? Is it the con? Or is it something else? It really muddies the waters.
And how does Candace start figuring this out? There's an IT guy, right? Chet
Chet McGuire, yeah.
Yeah.
The IT security supervisor. described as a classic geek. He has this unique ability. He can hear this high-pitched squeal.
A sound only vampires react to.
Apparently. So he modifies an ultrasonic bat locator. Clever, right? And that helps Candace piece together the mechanics. It shows how even these ancient beings have vulnerabilities.
Tech versus fangs. Love it. So
Yeah.
Chet helps her see the technical side?
Which leads her to the big realization, the aha moment.
What's that?
She figures out that the entire casino operation, Michael winning the poker game, the slots paying out, everyone winning at the tables, it's all smoke and mirrors.
Exactly. A massive distraction. A Vegas extravaganza, as the book calls it. The money isn't the real point.
Wow. Okay, so if the casino chaos is just a diversion, what is the real target? This must tie back to Ash, right? And that group you mentioned.
It absolutely does. This is where we get into the deeper, older power struggle. We need to look at Ash and this organization called the Board.
The Board, or the Board of Thoth.
That's the one. To really grasp it, the narrative flashes back 2 years. To Ash in San Francisco, we see his complicated feelings for Candace.
Complicated how?
Well, he talks about wanting to cherish her, but it's all mixed up with his vampiric nature, his possessiveness. It's not exactly healthy.
It doesn't sound like it. And the Board, what's their deal?
They're ancient, immensely powerful. They've been around for centuries, hunting for these artifacts called the Emblems of Thoth. Emblems of Thoth, what do?
They believe uniting these emblems will undo the curse that made them vampires, unclean, undead, drinkers of living blood as they see it. They're chasing true immortality, invincibility.
Okay, so major ancient conspiracy vibes. And they have a symbol.
A very distinct one. The Mark of Thoth. An ibis-headed man, crescent moon, scales, papyrus. It's a mark of allegiance, of power. We see it on the chairman of the board.
Chilling. And Ash, he wants to join them.
Desperately. He sees joining the board as his path to ultimate power. And somehow he thinks Candace is linked to that destiny, both love and power, in his mind.
But it sounds more like manipulation. You mentioned he sends her gifts, plans to turn her.
Oh, it's deeply manipulative. He's trying to draw her into his world on his terms.
And this connects back to the con how you mentioned that vampire Simmons making a scene.
Right, Simmons, the low-level vampire who has that outburst at the hospital. He's shouting, "Hamlin must be stopped. He wants to get into all our heads and control us."
Hamlin, Senator Hamlin, the guy at the poker tournament.
Exactly. Simmons' outburst directly links the senator to the board's agenda, possibly involving mind control. Suddenly, Hamlin isn't just a poker player. He's a target in this vampire conspiracy.
Okay, the pieces are clicking. And Blanchard, Candace's vampire informant, he gets scared too.
Terrified. He tries to skip town. He talks about a power shift, a war brewing. He mentions the Bat Pack. The same group involved in the casino con are targeting someone high up in the vampire hierarchy.
So the casino con isn't separate from the vampire politics, it's part of it.
It's all interconnected, which leads Candace to her final, horrifying conclusion.
The real target isn't the casino, it's Senator Hamlin.
Precisely. And the real action, the end game, isn't at the Scheherazade. It's shifting to Randolph Glass's lake house.
Randolph Glass. Bibi's problematic boyfriend, right. Okay, so Candace realizes Hamlin is the target at the lake house. What does she do?
She has to act fast. She basically orchestrates her own countercon, a desperate one.
How?
She gets Chet, the IT guy, to help her. Their plan. Follow the press. Create a media circus at the lake house party. To use light camera flashes, spotlights, as a weapon against the vampires. It's clever, using their aversion against them. A last-ditch effort.
So New Year's Eve at the lake house. Fireworks, media, vampires. Sounds chaotic.
Utter chaos. The novel paints this picture of the fireworks exploding just as the whole con reaches its climax, a perfect storm.
Does her plan work? Does she save Hamlin?
Tragically, no. Despite her efforts, despite the chaos she creates,
What happened?
Senator Hamlin is assassinated, killed by the Dean Martin vampire from the Bat Pack.
No. And the connection is confirmed.
Undeniably. As Hamlin is dying, the Mark of Thoth is revealed on his chest. He was part of it, or at least deeply entangled with the board.
Wow. And his last words. It seems you are too late this time. Brutal.
Just devastating for Candace, all that effort, and she couldn't stop it. It highlights the sheer power she's up against.
So the aftermath. Media frenzy, I assume. And Candace.
Total media chaos, and Candace is just wrecked, exhausted physically and emotionally, facing the heavy reality of what just happened, which leads to the inevitable confrontation with Ash.
Ah, yes. Back to Ash. She must be furious.
Furious doesn't even cover it. Heartbroken, betrayed. She confronts him at his condo, accuses him of using her, manipulating everything.
And what does he say? Does he deny it?
He defends himself, naturally. Claims he was protecting her, acting in her best interests, but it rings hollow.
And then he threatens her, doesn't he? Hints at turning her.
He does. That subtle, chilling threat that he could force her to stay with him forever by making her like him. It lays bare the darkness in their connection.
So their relationship is just broken, unresolved.
Deeply unresolved. There's this undeniable pull between them, symbolized by his eyes, the blood. But it's toxic. It drives them apart, even as it links them.
But Candace doesn't give in. She stands up to him.
She does. True to her name, nerves of steel.
Yeah.
She refuses to be controlled, makes her stand with her silver stake. It's a powerful moment.
And Bibi plays a role here, too, inspiring her.
Yeah, Bibi decides to move on from her own messy relationship with Randolph. Seeing Bibi choose herself, reclaim her self-respect. It inspires Candace to do the same, to face her own demons, even if she has to keep fighting alone.
A moment of reclaiming agency. Wow. Okay, so that's quite a journey we've just unpacked.
Absolutely. An incredibly tangled web. You've got the casino con, the ancient vampire plots, the personal betrayals, all layered on top of each other in Luscious Craving.
And what's really striking, I think, is seeing how those layers work together. The human deception, the supernatural influence, it all blurs together.
Makes it almost impossible to know what's real, doesn't it? Which raises that question for you, listening. In a world full of constructed appearances and hidden motives, how do you know what's genuine? Or who?
Yeah, that's a heavy question, and maybe a final thought to leave you with. When you're trying to understand something complex like this, perhaps the biggest insight isn't just finding out what was hidden.
What then?
Maybe it's understanding why it was hidden, what power was involved in keeping it secret, and what shifts when that secret finally comes to light. Something to think about. Until next time on The Deep Dive.